Oh shit! It worked. Hooray!
Woo!
We
We
are
did
live.
it.
Oh
We've
my
made
god!
it here.
We were in the process of trying to figure out a reschedule or something. And it was like, oh man, not again. It was going to be terrible. Oh, good. Well, is it? Yes, it is still morning. Good morning, everybody.
Soul Ion has it right in the chat. Welcome to the morning roast where we make fun of Zack Snyder. I mean, revisit the embrace with indie comics and 3 buff. I appreciate this. Oh man. Oh, if Sim were here, I'd be like, so you still feeling good about Rebel Moon, bud? You still feeling good about that?
Based on what I've seen,
Such
I don't.
shit.
Based on what I've seen, I don't see how anyone could feel good about that.
It's so bad. It's
Yeah,
such a tremendously horrible, and it's not even just that it's bad. It's completely unoriginal. He rips off like 12 different IPs in the first movie alone. There's not a single original thought in it. And like, don't get me wrong, like all art is like it influenced by something, especially at this point. But like there is no attempt to be original. Everything is stolen from something way more successful. And it's just like, bro, stop making movies.
Yeah, you gotta take those ideas and make it your own. Because I mean, heck, even Star Wars took ideas from other things and stuff.
Yeah, but anyways, yes, Soul Ion. This is where we make fun of Zack Snyder and talk about the embrace again, because why not?
That's right. We're live, girls. That's right. That's right. I knew it was just humiliation. Shut up, Mo. There was no humiliation thing going on. You can go look on Twitter. There's other people complaining about it. All right, so I need to say hello to everybody. I've seen Felix. Yeah, there's Felix. Felix Haas. Hello, hello. Hail, hail. Hellrider said, will Michael Oden snub Sugar a third time for his degenerate bathhouse lifestyle?
I mean, it was tempting, but nah, that's not how I do things.
Oden is a very open-minded man. That he is. Let's see. But no, there was no bathhouse lifestyle going on. Felix said here to say Happy Father's Day. Yeah, I didn't realize it was Father's Day. It explained why I was having bad dreams recently. To Sugar Chris, do you suppose that he has to wear a hazmat suit to see it? Shut up, Felix. They got no kid, especially not from that one. Gosh. Mo money, mo problems. Not with hashtag GoFundMo. Back today with confidence. With the feeling in your heart when you back hashtag GoFundMo. Bow. Yes, bow.
God damn it, Mo.
Everybody, and then we got into the fussing. Mr. Brink, hello, Mr. Brink. We were having technical difficulties. Hopefully,
Dave, hopefully this doesn't affect your stream later.
Yeah.
But like, hopefully this means that they have resolved it. But it was certainly looking pretty dicey there for a moment.
Yeah, because when I was looking on Twitter, there was guys who had posted from like over an hour before saying they were having issues. I was like, oh great, and they still haven't fixed it. Let's see. I do not have any furry porn on, Mo. Good Lord. I was actually looking on Facebook because I was telling Mr. Oden that tomorrow at the Cumberland Airport, they're going to have World War II warbirds there.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah, the parking and admission is free, and they apparently they're going to have rides where you can ride in them.
That's freaking awesome.
Maybe I'll get in the biplane and then freak out because I've never flown in anything before. I like keeping my feet on solid ground. Don't like the idea of not being in control. Let's see. What's everybody saying here? We get caught up here. We got Ace. Hail, sir. Scrolling down. All right.
At the World War II air show, Sugar's drag name is Spitfire. What up, Dark Side is? What's up, man?
Mr. Marinus. Let's see. Did I catch everybody? Oh, Soul said to you, Mr. Oden, that was the idea. Too bad Tim Hortons coffee hasn't kissed our favorite French Canadian yet. Let's see. 2 hours of wheat harvesting is a pretty original movie plot.
I heard that's the second movie. Like the first 45 minutes is just slow motion of them harvesting wheat. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. I watched the first one and I was like, this is bad enough. I'm not doing more of this.
Sure still has nightmares about the children he's abandoned. No. I just have bad dreams about Dad and all.
It's been a while since I've seen Dark Side is. The last time I remember talking to him, he had just done a review of American Bliss. He'll be happy to know that the second book the script is in a pretty sweet spot, and that his least favorite character does not get really any screen time in that one.
Mo, from the roast of Rebel Moon I saw, what baffled me most was the assassination scene with the orchestra that had the blindfolds on the young mister with one of the fakest beards.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Well, aren't they like this futuristic planet, but they're still using like medieval harvesting equipment and stuff? Like, I don't know. The whole thing was dumb to me. Everybody's caught up. I think I'm caught up. So saying to Mr. Oden, I just noticed that my Embrace standee is in reach, so I put it on my desk for the atmosphere.
I mean, hey, you've got to do it. like that's the way to go about things.
And Felix is throwing out them links. Thank you, Felix. Yeah, he's even throwing out one for Dean's Comics Mate channel. Thank you, Mr. Haas. The only fake beard sugar needs is Mermaid. Hey, come on now. Come on, don't drag Mermaid into it. She's a lovely lady.
Oh, Mo never changed, man.
It'd be nice if she'd come back. But
Genuine Comics goes, Rebel Moon is a crime to cinema. Yes. Oh God, JP7, really, man?
Johnny,
Johnny Cage, you're gonna do me dirty like that? We're gonna bring up Mom Lennial on this stream? Like, nah, man. We're not giving that woman any more time of day. She's faded to obscurity for a reason.
well, Oden, I don't care what they tell you.
Fuck, man. Dude, it's been a hard past couple of years as a history guy, with everyone trying to tell me that I'm wrong about shit and like pulp media and everything like that. God damn it. Like, the Cleopatra documentary is the dumbest thing ever. And they followed it up with an Alexander documentary that was just as bad. And I know that like everyone, oh, they made him gay. It's like, oh no, like Alexander had relations with men, and him and Hephaestus were definitely a thing. But like, that is not the thing that you should be pointing the finger at with that. When they got like in the first two episodes, got a solid third of the information that they put out wrong. And their depiction of Philip made him look like middle-aged Julius Caesar, and I'm like, okay, that matches none of the descriptions that we have of Philip II of Macedon. It doesn't even look like the coin that we have of him. So,
what's the latest thing now? Was it? I guess it's that Yosuke for Japan with the Assassin's
yeah. So right now the big debate is Yasuke. I think the best video that's handled this is Metatron did a thing breaking it down, where he is on the side of he does not believe that Yasuke was a samurai. However, there is more than enough to give credence that he is. The big problem is that it's very nebulous in that the term samurai in the way that we understand it doesn't start becoming used until the Edo period, which is after the Sengoku period and the death of Oda Nobunaga. So it's very unclear as to what like we know that he was a bushi. We knew that he was like we know that he was like a page for Oda and had a castle and land awarded to him, but whether or not he is samurai is up for debate, and there is room for both sides. But like the problem here really shouldn't be Yasuke is not a samurai. It's you're doing this for political shenanigans, and it's
I mean, it irritates because you've got so many interesting characters throughout Japanese history. It's like, let's just ignore all of them so we can push this.
I mean, like Yasuke is a very interesting person, and I do think you could do a very good game with Yasuke as a person that kind of is this kind of fish out of water, very similar to what they did with we were talking about Shogun behind in the green screen. Very similar to that, where it's like you have this guy coming from an outsider's perspective, and you could do something very interesting with that for sure. But the fact of the matter is that this is all very clearly being done. And like you watch the trailer, and it's not just Yasuke is a samurai. Yasuke is a samurai that's fighting like a Japanese sword master that's been doing this for fucking years. Yeah. And he wasn't even in Japan for like a year. Like, yeah. So it's dumb.
Yeah, I mean, they could have done
James says like the protagonist of Assassin's Creed is not supposed to be an actual historical figure. I know, and I don't disagree with that. Like yes, I think that that should always be the thing, but I do think that there are certain times where you could probably bend that rule a little bit because literally all we know about Yasuke is that he existed and that he was a favorite of Oda Nobunaga, and that he didn't die at during the incident where Nobunaga was killed. He was sent back to the monastery that brought him. So like uh so like it's just one of those things where it's like there is a lot of ambiguity there. I don't think I would have a problem with it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could do something like because you've had stuff like Afro Samurai and stuff. That was kind of cool back in the day.
Afro Samurai is not really the best comparison, but yes, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
you could do something fun with it, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know. The whole I've watched the trailer, the gameplay trailer and stuff. And it didn't look good for me. I haven't played Assassin's Creed since like the second one anyway. So
I mean, I feel like the real the real shame is that once it was cleaned up and everything like that, Assassin's Creed really blew its shot with Unity. Unity had the potential to be really the best, like the future of the franchise, but it dropped the ball on pretty much every conceivable level. Like for one, um, you know, the game was not ready when it launched, and it's a shame because the mechanics are fantastic. Um, but it wasn't ready at launch. Then you had the whole debacle where, like, despite every previous Assassin's Creed game having voice actors that put on accents to match the setting that they were in, they just made everybody in revolutionary Paris British. And like when you're out of range of them, they're all singing in French and everything like that. And there's actually you can actually just turn the game onto French with English subtitles, which is the better way to play the game.
hmm.
Um, oh yeah, Felix was saying Assassin's Creed was ruined when they killed off Desmond Miles. I mean, I agree with that, except
Oh, they killed him.
The best Assassin's Creed game was easily Black Flag. Like Black Flag is the best game that Assassin's Creed has ever put out. Full stop. Origin was a very nice kind of, I don't want to say return to form, but it was a breath of fresh air where people actually gave a shit. And then everything they've done since Origin is just trash. Like I'm not going to go on to my Odyssey rant. We will be here for 3 hours, and it's a beautiful Saturday, and I've got my son this weekend, so like I'm not going to be
Got stuff
doing
to
that.
do. Hail, hail, Miss Hail, hail, Paulus Arts. Let me say the hip hop killings and Japanese people bowing to a black man in ancient Nippon is a disgrace, says Marinus. Marinus, I said the racist stream coming. Stop doing that. Mo says, talk about Shogun and Sugar's eyes glaze over, but mention a gun show. Hey, I like Shogun. And I find the, Sengoku Jide a very interesting time period. The age of the country at war. And I like gun shows too, so all good. The show may have been half an hour late, but it was all worth it for this eternal deep dive into the Assassin's Creed franchise. Soul says there is Assassin's Creed on the Vita.
Yeah, he's talking about Assassin's Creed Liberation, I think, where they had she was like they had Assassin's Creed 3 where Connor was the protagonist, and then they had that chick was the there was a Haitian like a Creole chick that had escaped the bonds of slavery and was hunting down her like former slave masters. I think was the premise. I never played it because I didn't have the Vita, but
Oh, don't have the Vita. Don't tell Soul that. Let's see. Shogun was fun. Also, the 70s, or was it 80s, was great too.
yes, it was the 70s. One with Richard Chamberlain and who did they have playing Toranaga? He was like a legendary actor that was the lead in a bunch of Kurosawa movies. Fuck, I can't remember.
I don't know.
I guess it was 1980 when it came out. Soshiro Mifune.
Boop. I'll bring that up. Bring up the embrace. Get out of here. There. So got 35 hours to go on the Kickstarter.
Woo! And we're nearing 2,700.
It'd be nice to see it hit 3K.
Yeah, it would be. I would love for that. I know that our second stretch goal will be to upgrade the B variant to a silver foil cover. That's at 3,500. So if we can get to 3,500, that would be great. A little under $1,000 in a day. We'll see. We will be closing on Bancroft's tomorrow night, so you never know with the Bancroft bump.
Oh yeah, you might get that big bump.
Good stuff. What's up, man? It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, there's good stuff. Be celebrating with Golden Gay time. And so with the Kickstarter, what's the is the big difference just the covers?
So the covers, also the version of this book. So in the original print of the Embrace, we had a fan art contest in the back. Instead, with this one, you're getting a 6-page. That's being replaced with a 6-page preview of the second book. I thought it would be a really cool way to kind of juxtapose, to allow people to see how much the Embrace has grown artistically. Because this was Dean's first book, and he's grown a lot as an artist. We also have a new colorist, Eugene Betavu. So you're going to be able to see those kind of back and forth. But the main thing is, there's their new variant covers. It's a second chance. With all the problems that people have been having on Indiegogo recently, while I think we are going to end up launching the Embrace 2 on Indiegogo, it's more than likely going to be a thing where we will do a Kickstarter as well, and we are going to move things over to Kickstarter and maybe fund my comic in the future. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be using Indiegogo for much longer because of a whole bunch of their practices that I'm just not okay with. Like the shadow banning stuff has gotten way out of hand. And the tip thing is horrendous.
Yeah.
And it's very frustrating because, I was talking to, I think it was Critical Blast a couple weeks ago, and he was saying that his buddy that's also a crowdfunding guy, he got his tax statement back, and they counted the tips that people sent to Indiegogo on his tax forms.
What?
Yeah. So he got tipped for as that being his revenue, even though he got none of it and went to Indiegogo. So
bullshit.
Those people, I'm the only reason why we're going to do it on the Indiegogo is solely because we have the mailing list over there. I want to make sure that we have that. It's just, that is what it is. But from now on, I'm probably going to be sticking to Kickstarter and fund my comic.
Yeah, because that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because you're not going to take that into account, and when you just get slapped with that and your taxes. Ugh. Let's see, what did everybody say here? Still saying to Mo, I was at a furniture house today that is partly an event center, and outside they had the song Kung Fu Fighting playing, which really is a bit culturally insensitive when you listen to it. Nonsense. Kung Fu Fighting's great.
Genuine Comics is saying you can't do your business on Kickstarter. The big guys will not promote your campaign. I don't need the big guys. I've never needed the big guys, and I don't intend on ever using the big guys. Like I don't care about them. They aren't what makes comics good. It's the stories we tell and the community that we've built. And I don't need them. I don't need the quote unquote kings. I've got, like for the Elysian Fields reboot, we have a very exciting list of variant cover artists, and all of them have massive social media followings, and all of them are going to be helping promote the book. I'm like at the end of the day, I don't need them. I will go and I will hang out on the shows that I've always hung out on, and I will talk. And I have a loyal base of people that I'd like to think that I've earned their respect as both a storyteller and a person that actually gets them their books.
That's right. Yep, gonna build. You can do it on your own. Let's see. Paula says that's fucked. That's right. Good Stuff says that's why I'm doing Ray Haylock's funding toolkit when we do our cookbook.
Nice.
A cookbook. I might have to check into that. Get one for Mom. Mo says, I don't intend on ever using the big guys. Basically, gosh dang it, Mo. Every time I read it, I think, oh, he's going to say something, important, and it's just some dig at me.
And Paula Starts brings up the only real hurdle is getting people to use another platform.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I like there are definitely some people that won't go to Kickstarter, but that's why I'll use Fund My Comic, because I feel like those people will use Fund My Comic. But like I think most people have seen what Indiegogo has done in the past couple of years with the tip thing and the shadow banning. Like Judex, the last campaign that I did, got shadow banned within the first 48 hours. And every single time we tried to reach out to them to get it sorted, they closed out our help tickets and didn't get back to us. So like I have zero desire to ever use them. Like they're not going to support the people that are bringing money into their platform. Yeah, we're a very nominal, and I stress that, nominal freaking part of what these companies bring in annually. We are barely a footnote, but it's still basic customer service. If something's screwed up, if something is going on that's screwed up with one of the people that's using your platform, you should be proactive and trying to unfuck the problem. And instead, they blew us off.
Yeah, I'm wondering. It's like, do they just not want comics in their thing, and they're just purposely doing it to try and
I don't think that it's that they don't want comics thing. It's a thing of they're not comfortable that they've become the hub of effectively Comicsgate. Because they tried to put pushback on Ethan, if I recall correctly, very early on, and then he threatened litigation, and they backed off. But now they're just making it as inhospitable to creatives as possible, like even to the point where you can't even really use your previous successful campaigns to promote your new ones because it violates their new terms of service. This is how a lot of people have gotten shadow banned, is that they will tell their previous backers in an update on their campaign that they have a new campaign live and put the link out, and that's now against Indiegogo's TOS. And so, like, yeah.
Wow. Well, that's shitty. Nice campaign you have there. It would be a shame if we didn't promote it.
That's fine for them. I don't care. They've never promoted any of my stuff anyway. Like I have gone out and promoted my things, and I have never once had any of those guys shout me out. So, fine.
Mo says, to all the people who celebrated when Indiegogo hired Danny as their new comic star, I will just say, I told you so.
Yeah, fair enough.
Danny. I hope Perfect 10 is. I hope Perfect 10 is pretty much promoting itself at this point. To me, it is when a new one comes out. It's like, oh, shiny.
The Polisart says it's the inability of search for a campaign that pisses me off. Yeah, that's the shadow banning. That's what happened to Judex. It's what's happened to the Embrace 2 at this point. Granted, I think a lot of that has to do with we were initially going to launch the Embrace 2 a lot sooner, and then my life just kind of blew up. And so it's past the whatever time limit a pre-launch page is supposed to be up by. So that's on me. But like, it's still one of these things where it's like the shadow banning is a problem. And the fact that they aren't going to do anything about it is not okay.
Yeah, I actually prefer, like, one of the things I hated about Indiegogo, I've always not liked, is it's hard to find, like, through search options, finding stuff.
Yeah.
And even
You
when
have
it
to
isn't,
all the
even when it's
filters
not
on.
shadow banned, it's all like a pain in the ass to sit there and try and find stuff. And I frequently miss campaigns and stuff. Like Kickstarter, I prefer it in that regard. I can easily just scroll down through and see what all they have. And
the real, as somebody that has built campaigns and everything, Kickstarter has done a lot to evolve their UI. The only thing that Indiegogo does that I like better than Kickstarter at this point is taking the backer or the backing or pledge up front.
oh yeah, that's
Like
nice. Yeah,
like it like you know, right now we're coming down to the last out, like we're in the last day of the campaign. Effectively, it closes tomorrow night at 11:50 something p.m. And so as we are in that like final period, I'm already seeing my like my like raised total fluctuate. I'll get a backer and then I'll lose one. Because somebody will see that we're coming close to the end of the campaign and we'll just go, oh, not like don't want to have that appear on my card on here this week or for whatever reason. And that's the big thing, is there's actively people on Kickstarter who will like back campaigns with no intention of ever actually getting this up. They're just trying to be a part of the experience.
Yeah, I've seen. Gosh, the one fella on Facebook we've had on that does Sister Mercy. He made a post saying that he thinks he might just be done and be done with it all because like he had like campaigns like drop like $2,000 or something at the end.
Yeah,
in backings and stuff at the
yeah.
very end of it.
There's a lot of shady crap like that where people will go and they'll go and they'll back like the top tier things so that you could get over your stretch goal or this, that, the other, because they want to be a part of the movement, and then they'll cancel their pledge last minute. And there's no penalty for doing it.
Yeah,
and these people get like these people will get like awarded super backer status, and they do this. That's all they do. It's super screwed up. That's like the one thing at this point that I really don't like about Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And like, at the very least, they need to create a thing of like there needs to be some level of consequence or security for a back, like, because like at the end of the day, you know, you like it, like I feel like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's and the sad part is I don't know with Kickstarter will they even bother to fix it because it's like, well, is it affecting them? No, it's affecting you guys.
Exactly.
Not
like and at the end of the day, that business model works for them because it's what they've always done.
Yeah.
But I do think it is the worst part of their platform.
Let me see. I've never ran a crowdfunding campaign, but I can still relate due to being shadow banned on this channel. Oh, hush up, Mo. You are not shadow banned on this channel. I respond to all your messages. I read them out, even when you're giving me hell. And we got Quantum Age Comics. Good day, sir. Let's see.
We've got Immortal Rising is in the chat as well.
Oh, hello. Mo says, I heard a rumor that there's even a tranny who will slide into your DMs on Kickstarter, but Sugar wouldn't know anything about that. What are you implying, Mo? Are you implying that I am the tranny?
I think that's exactly what he's implying.
Wow, Mo. That's messed up. We got your cover options for the Embrace.
So this one has already received. So for the stretch goals on this, I'm not doing like your standard, you unlock more tchotchkes and stuff. We're upgrading the cover quality. So this one is going to be like more than likely a rainbow holofoil. So like, and I think that's going to look really pretty with the colors. And then
how do you do the holo foil? Like, because like I know with like Magic the Gathering cards nowadays, when they do their foils, it looks the same through the whole card. Back in the day, they used to have their foils, and it would accentuate certain parts of the art to really make it pop.
I think it's just going to be like for the full thing. I have some proofs that are on the way. They sadly won't get here until after the campaign closes. We had talked about some stuff that we were going to do for things, but like I mean, at the end of the day, printing and shipping takes time, and it gets here I think Monday, so like just after the campaign, so I wouldn't be able to like show it off. But this one is getting a cover upgrade. Very excited about it.
It looks nice. Turned out pretty good there. And we got cover B.
Yep. And if we hit 3,500, this one will get an upgrade, and we'll have a silver foil.
Okay, and then cover C.
Cover C is the only one of these that, like, I mean, at this point, I don't think we're going to reach any of the upper echelon stretch goals unless we just really kill it in the next 2 days. like just sell out all of the original art that we have on the campaign and sell out of the metal prints and everything like that. Like that's the only way that this would happen. But like, but cover C is the only one of the covers that's not getting an upgrade because it's recycled from the first campaign. And as that was a virgin holofoil on that campaign, I don't want people to feel like I'm, being disrespectful to the previous backers. So this one is just going to have like a solid cover stock. It's got the trade dress on there and everything like that.
Yeah. Gosh dang it. What do you say here? He says, Sugar, I would never bring back the painful memories of the times you got banned from Kickstarter for that brand activity. God, Mo, I was just reaching out to them about coming on the show. I wasn't a trend.
Oh my God, the better one is the one right after that. That's fantastic.
The Red Dress Clowns is a bit of an homage to the Embrace. The main difference is there are no superpowers. He doesn't fight crime, and the protagonist has multiple men inside.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, Mo. One of these days, I'm going to embrace you, all right? I'm just Dang it, Mo. Now I don't remember what I was going to say about the embrace. Damn it.
Well,
oh, shit.
It's okay, man. It's going to be all right.
No, it's not. Moving on. Cover D. Von Randall and Avery.
So this is the Von Randall, Avery Ferdinand, James O'Barr, the Crow cover homage.
Oh, okay.
So very, very good stuff there.
Yeah, I've always watched and loved the movie. I've never got to fully read the book.
The book is one of my favorite reads, and it is one of the big inspirations for me on this. Um, then this one is actually really special. So, um, obviously, the embrace takes place in Alexandria, Virginia, and in there's a park called Holmes Run River Park. And if you know about the Crow, uh, James O'Barr, when he was writing the graphic novel, emotionally was fueled by the loss of his fiance to a drunk driving accident. Um, and then, but like Eric and Shelley Webster, he came up with the idea for them when he read this newspaper article about a couple getting murdered over a plastic engagement ring. And so, similarly, when I was writing The Embrace, I was fueled by a lot of what I was feeling going through my custody fight. Um, but David and Clarence, the idea for them came from remembering this story that I read shortly after James was born, where this kid was killed by a gang, and his body was found in Holmes Run River Park, which was a park that was right by one of my old apartments and that my ex and I used to walk through all the time. And so we had found like this article came out like right after James was born, and the first thing that goes through your head as a parent is that could have been my kid, you know. And so here on this cover we have the embrace at Holmes Run River Park, looking down into the this creek that's actually there. Like you can look it up and you'll see this. And then he's looking down into it, and we've got the ghostly images of Clarence and David looking back up to him as a tribute to that. And then $5 of every single one of these covers that are sold is getting donated to the Virginia Victims Assistance Network. And they host a support group for homicide victims.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, so that's something y'all should be checking out then. You can
Soul Ion just asked me something. I gotta address. Yes, I have seen the Crow reboot trailer. It is dog shit, and it is now becoming loud. Like Bill Skarsgård is talking about how bad the movie is. He's the lead.
Good Lord, man, he's sabotaging his own movie.
So to be fair, I don't think that he is still tied to like your normal NDAs that you would have, because they finished filming this movie 2 years ago. And this should have been like the big red flag. The studio that paid for it and that was initially going to distribute it released them from the contract and didn't want to distribute the movie. It was that bad. And so they had to shop around for a different distributor. And it was just fucking awful. So it's just bad. But anyways, as I said, anything to do with this cover will have donations to the Virginia Victims Assistance Network to support their a homicide support group, a homicide survivor support groups. It's a really cool thing that we can do, and it's one of those things that's very surreal, where like the embrace was kind of born out of this pain I was going through, and became something very positive, and now I can take this character and help out people who are actually victims of this crime. It's very very humbling.
So says he's glad he got the Corey Barton cover off.
It was a beautiful the Barton brothers cover, where we had Clayton did the line art and Corey did the colors. It was beautiful. It was a very good cover.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, like Soul said, it was very 90s. Yeah, I remember seeing it. Yeah. Let's see. which is in Sugar's defense, he was not behind the wheel in that drunk driving accident. His alibi said he was impregnating the toxic girl at the time. I was not impregnating anybody. Well, gosh, dang it, Mo. I don't know anything, even what even that toxic girl's even doing in life now. And I don't want to know what she's doing in life.
Sugar's not even ashamed hearing about how Ogden fought for his son.
I don't have a son. Oh my God. I don't have a son. I'm not a father. Gosh dang.
Man.
Let's see. Okay, then Soul's talking to Marinus there. Man, so we got shirts, I see.
Yep, we do have a shirt. We also have the collector's box that comes with a shirt and an Embrace Standy and Sticky Hand. We have the art on the box is done by Shimhack, who's phenomenal. Beautiful digital painter. The piece is
turned out pretty nice there.
Yeah.
And you got a little plushie. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. Some original artwork. How much is your original art?
Yep. So these are all the original art pieces. This piece is done by Dean, and it's pencils with a mixture of Copics and glow-in-the-dark paint.
Oh,
so it actually glows in the dark and everything. It's really good stuff.
Holy cow! It's Pascali! Hey, Pascali! Says, "Wow, long time to see. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you." We're just here with Mr. Oden. We're talking about the Embrace. He's got it over there on Kickstarter. He's down to 35 hours.
Yep.
And we were going through his covers and everything. He was saying his cover E, he's got a foundation he's giving $5 for every copy to help out homicide victims. I think that's a pretty nice thing to do. Let me see here. Scroll down. We got the original pencils. How much are the original pieces?
So the William Reyes one is 400 and the Dean one is 400. We also have the original watercolor piece from Joel Gomez, and that's 2,000.
Oh, big money.
Yeah, it's 11 by 17, and it's fully watercolor painted. And it's Joel Gomez, who is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, and then we got a metal print. Ooh.
Yep. Fancy. Which will be signed and numbered by Joel. $20 of each one of these sold will go to the Virginia Victims Assistance Network as well.
Yes, there you go. If you want to, donate to a good cause and get yourself something fancy, there you go. You can get that metal print, or you can get the cover E here. It's only $20, and you can get yourself a nice book. What else? And then your other covers, you got 15 for the other covers here. We'll scroll back up for people to see the other covers there. There's cover D. Hold on, let me see. So I was talking to Marinus. Haas is putting in our links. Thank you, Haas. Hey, Grey Wolf. How you doing, sir? Oh, Haas. Every time I say Felix's name, I think of Dad calling everybody Haas. Hey, Haas. Gosh dang it, Dad. You can cover C with Mr. Jim O'Reilly.
Yep, Jim O'Reilly and Sigmund Torre. Wonder pair.
And for folks who didn't get to check out the Indiegogo campaign, how many pages is this going to be?
So the main story is around 40 pages, and then as I said, there'll be a six-page preview of the book. So like this edition of the book is likely going to end up. The original book was Saddle Stitch, but because we're doing the 6 preview pages, it's more than likely going to be 52. I think is what it would have to be, because it has to be by multiples of 4.
Wait a minute. Whoa, hold on.
What?
Wife died,
Dude, I'm
dog
so
died.
sorry for your loss, man.
Oh my god. That is awful, Pasquale. I'm sorry to hear that. Holy hell. Wife died, dog died.
That certainly would do it.
Wow. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. That explains why you've been gone. Dang. That's got to be rough. Wow. Wow. Okay, boy, that's tragic.
That's whew.
Yeah.
That sounds like a time and a half, man. I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but like Soul says here, he says, very sad, but happy to see you're looking ahead. Yeah, at least you're keeping on, and pushing forward with life and stuff, and trying to, keep on. Wow. Yeah, that is tragic. Wow. He says he's been really busy. I'm sure with all that going on. That's a lot to deal with. And you got cover A. Man, is it hot today? Dang on. There's some preview art. Look at that. That's nice. Dialogue looks fun. Nice, good dialogue between a father and son there.
Yeah, we had a good time with it. You got the when I did the SPQR campaign, you got the box, you got the embrace. What did you think of this?
That would require me to read it, Odin.
Oh, you haven't read it
yet? Probably not. No, I have not read it. I know I haven't. I figure, honestly, it's probably in this box. This box is all stuff that needs to be opened.
You haven't even opened it yet? I'm kind of hurt. Oof.
I have to look. I'm not sure if it is in here or not. Let's see.
That's
a critical blast.
I definitely appreciate the kind words, Solion. It was
Mavericks. What's that? Oh, Schaefer. Yeah, of course you use that. Oh, that's for Son. Shane. Broken Compass. That's Russ Leach. Carl Waller. Huh. Maybe it must. Did you ship it with Critical Blast?
I did.
Well, that's probably this one. Yeah, it's probably this box.
Open it.
We'll see. Let's see if it is. Gosh dang it. Where is my working knife? There we go.
Let's see if it's this one.
Let's see what we got.
And this was years ago, man. So I'm surprised you haven't opened it yet.
I keep telling myself I'm gonna make videos doing unboxings, and then
you're getting to unbox now, so
yeah. So
showcasing that you do in fact get what I send out. Look at that. That's a great looking box.
Yeah, real fancy. If you're a JoJo fan.
Oh, am I?
We got the.
You got a T-shirt.
T-shirt. We got some little doodad standees things. Magnet. And then we got SBQR, the JoJo stuff. I still haven't watched JoJo. Still haven't done that.
That's okay, man. Look at that gorgeousness.
Brace.
The original cover.
And then there we go. Yeah, Elysian Fields.
Yeah. There's two of those, issue 0 and Pyramid Gambit. That's getting a whole creative overhaul here next year. Good Mo.
Another fancy box to add to the collection. Look at that box, everybody. Isn't that nice? So now I can. This might be my next sitting on the toilet read. All right. Okay. Let me see what we got here.
Dude, I appreciate Soul Ion saying if SPQR's Bizarre Adventure wasn't so fun, The Embrace would be easily my favorite project of yours. It still probably is, but it's close. Dude, I appreciate that. SPQR had no right being as good as it was. Like, I have a great plan for the follow-up. I just got to find a new artist. Kari is unfortunately just too busy with Bad Bug shenanigans. And the departure from her natural style to do the Iraqi homage stuff, it was just too much for her to be hopping back and forth. So I completely understand and respect it, but it sucks because she was great to work with, and that book is so good. Like, it had no right.
Let's see.
And then Elysian Fields, as I said, is going to be having a complete overhaul, and I'll be doing some reveals of stuff over the summer. I will say, if you backed something that had any Elysian Fields remastered anything during the SPQR's Bizarre Adventure campaign, which Soul Ion, I'm fairly certain you did, you will be getting a nice little surprise by the end of the summer or into the fall. That's all I will say, but there is something coming.
Oh, here he comes here. What's this? Sugar only reads Spy X Family these days, and only because he thought it was about that time he hung outside in the Toxic Girls' bushes with a pair of binoculars. What? I haven't even read the last 3 manga I bought, I'll have you know, Mo. Gosh, even in the darkest depths of Ogden's depressing custody struggle, it wasn't as rough as admitting he's a JoJo fan.
I had no problem admitting that it was that I'm a JoJo fan. I love JoJo.
Sugar, there's a subplot in Elysium Fields that's right up your alley.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Memo.
Sick burn.
Nan Realms Publishing. If SPQR's Bizarre Adventure was a... Oh, yeah, we already went over that one. All right. You got the list of characters. So everybody, you still got a little bit of time left, but don't miss out. Especially
Yep.
especially once those bogans, when he gets on that closing stream, start seeing it, you might run out of your chances to be back and stuff. They'll start throwing that funny Australian money around, and next thing you know, all these fancy tiers will be gone.
Yeah, man. If you like plushies, we definitely got more of the plushies. It would be nice to not have more of the plushies.
Taking up all my space in my house.
it's it's less about that and more of they're really expensive, and I really want to remake what I made on them.
Ah,
I so I took like a they gave me like the initial quote for production, and then they were like, oh, by the way, you need to have this like toy safety test done because it's like a standard thing that's required to do. I was like, okay, yeah, I mean, absolutely. And they're like, okay, that's going to be another $700. And I went,
oh, jeez.
why the fuck didn't you tell me about this from the beginning?
Yeah, from the
This would
get-go.
have very much affected my choice to do these.
Good Lord, yeah. That's a considerable amount of money.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, cool. Thanks so much, guys.
So says good. I like surprises. The Mavericks black and white freebie from Neff and Company was something I didn't see coming, but really appreciate.
Yep, it is. It will be in a similar vein. That is all I will say.
How much safety do you gotta do for a plushie? Especially one that costs like
It's
$700.
it's like doing tests to make sure that there's like no lead in the materials used and all this other stuff. It was a very shitty thing to hit somebody with on the back end.
Yeah,
Like I feel like that's something that
sneak it
you
in
have
on
to be
you.
like, all right, so this is your base thing, and then so you know because of where it's produced, it has to go through mandatory import safety checks for toys, and that's going to cost X amount. Like, at least give me the knowledge.
Let's see. Sugar would never charge that much for a toy safety test at the sex shop. Oh Lord, I don't do the testing. You know, they make toys of me. I'm special. Hit somebody with on the back end. Oh what? Oh the time. Hush up, Mo. Oh my! Yeah, it looks like Dean did pretty solid work here. Yeah, did all right. Yeah, there's a fella I talked to at Steel Seacon. He does the whole like where you can shine a light on it and it
Yeah.
lights up and stuff. He uses that stuff too for his drawings. Let's see more links. You can always return those with something I heard but can't confirm. What? Ew. Gross. Oops, let me show this real quick. I seen this on the Twitter before we went live. Irene is set up there at Heroes Con. So if
Yep.
you're around there, you should go and say hello to her.
Absolutely, and get Fiendish. Those books are good. I know. I edited the second and 2.5, and I'm editing 3 right now.
Yeah, you can get some of her art books there, the regrowth and all. Yeah, she's got a nice little booth set up and everything there. It looks nice. So everybody go check it out if you're down near Heroes Con. Unfortunately, I could not make it. Let's see. This is why Sugar canceled his trip to here. What? What are you talking about? I canceled my trip to Heroes Con because I couldn't get there without spending like 2 days traveling, and I didn't feel like doing that. It was going to take me like so many hours because once I factored in like the time I would have to wait in between trains and stuff, it was going to take me like it would be
How
late
long the drive would have been? It would have been like what, 12-hour drive? Yeah, you'd have to do that in 2 days.
because like by the time I factored in the times where I had to wait on the trains and stuff, I'd end up having to stay overnight somewhere and then finish the rest of the trip in the morning.
That's
And I was like,
Did you look at buses? They
yeah.
suck, but they're cheap, and you don't have near as much like layover.
Well, yeah, I use a site Roam to Rio, and you can put your where you're at and then where you want to go, and it gives you like the options for how to get there and like the times and how much it'll cost and stuff. So I was looking through there and stuff, and it was saying like even with trains, it was saying stuff like drive and train. I was like, oh god, huh? Sugar is far too impatient to wait in between trains. Oh, hush up, Mo. You know dang well what I meant. Sugar, I remember it was a Saints Row game review where YouTuber Angry Joe called a sex shop and asked for a purple dildo. Clerk on the phone told him he could put it anywhere and return. Ew. Ugh, gross. Saints Row used to be a good game series. Used to. Now I've completely forgot what I was saying. But yeah, by the time I factored all in, it was gonna take way too long. So I just said I can't do it. I'll have to try and reschedule it. I'll have to try next year and just really figure out something. I don't know, find some better way of getting there. Because
I'm going to try and be at Heroes Con next year as a vendor. Like I am hoping that by that point I will have the Embrace 1 and 2. I'll have SPQR. I've got the Elysian Fields reboot, which I'm hoping we'll have printed and fulfilled by that point.
Let's see. All right. Scroll back up there. All right. It's been an hour. I'm getting tired.
Dude, you're all good, man. Completely hear you. I appreciate you having me on. It was great seeing everybody in the chat. It's been a while since I've seen some of these guys, so it was definitely a pleasure.
Yeah, I gotta get moving. I gotta get mowing still needs done, and I am sweating, and I gotta get that done, get a shower, and I gotta start heading towards bed for work. But it was nice having you on, Mr. Oden.
Yeah, man, it was my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Everybody,
I'll be on in about an hour with Dave Brink, looking at campaigns and judging them.
oh well, there you go. Everybody, you can just transition over in an hour to Mr. Brink's channel. Then I might be able to tune in. I don't know yet. I might be out mowing.
Yeah. We'll see how this one goes. Last time we had we had a book on there, and I gave my critiques on it, and he threw a massive temper tantrum on social media and accused me of having a micro penis. It was very fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
You submitted your campaign to be reviewed on a show that offers constructive critique. And believe me when I say, while I was definitely hard on the book, I was being nice. Like I could have gone way, way, way harder on it.
Yeah, some people they can't handle that.
Nope.
Learned it's with some people any criticism
if you can't handle criticism, don't send your campaign to a show that's literally what they do.
Yeah, but anyway, thanks everybody in the chat for joining us and tuning in. Go check out the Embrace over there on Kickstarter. Get yourself a good book.
Thank you so much, and back the Embrace. 30 some odd hours left.
And Mo says he also provided constructive criticism. I'm sure, Mo. And I will see you guys. What is today anyway? Saturday. I'll probably see you on Wednesday. Later.